Coming up, we got a huge AEW announcement. Also, in addition to that, we are going to talk about a massive update on the TNA TV deal. This one is really, really big. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also going to talk about Ric Flair leaving an AEW event early. What happened there? It's all coming up right here on the Ango Show. If you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell. This way you never miss a video on the channel. Today, I want to kick things off with Ric Flair. Now, Ric Flair, sometimes people forget that he's actually even in AEW. But he had to apologize recently after his injury causes an abrupt end to his AEW appearance. Now, for those who don't know the situation, there was this thing where AEW was going to have Ric Flair appear after AEW Blood and Guts concluded. Fans were left disappointed because Ric Flair did not come out. So he was present, and he obviously chose not to appear. But a week later, he's issued an apology to his fans. He revealed that he actually suffered a rotator cuff injury, which actually left him in a situation where he had to leave. He says, "I want to apologize to everyone for having to leave the AEW show early last Wednesday due to my rotator cuff injury. I appreciate Tony Khan giving me the opportunity to be on the show. It was nice catching up with all the great talent and Ricky Steamboat. I look forward to being invited again after I have my shoulder healed up. I will be back up and running. I just want you all to know that I would never disappoint you intentionally." So he was obviously advertised to appear at Blood and Guts alongside Ricky Steamboat. Steamboat was there. He obviously was in the segment with FTR, Stokely Hathaway. And then obviously Ric Flair was not present. This doesn't seem like a situation with bad blood. Like, this doesn't seem like a situation where there's an issue. Obviously, health matters. Health concerns matter. But yeah, it's interesting because, you know, Tony Khan and AEW and their relationship with Ric Flair is one that I don't think people... I think right now a lot of people have been critical of Ric Flair, and I think a lot of people would be critical with Ric Flair and WWE when it comes to the notion that Ric Flair is associated with AEW. Maybe there's not as much blowback. Now, obviously, modern day, AEW is no longer promoting the woo energy. I feel like I haven't seen that in a very long time. Ric Flair is not being shoved down our throats. It is what it is. You know what I mean? He's part of AEW. That's the way it's going to be. Let's talk about TNA. Ladies and gentlemen, AMC has become a potential landing spot for TNA wrestling. This is really big. According to John Elba from the Takedown of Sports Illustrated, AMC is in the running. They have come out and said that the Takedown on SI has learned through TV industry sources that another network with no current WWE ties has been pursuing TNA's media rights, with them indicating that AMC has emerged as a potential landing spot. Oh my God. Okay, so let's talk about this for a couple minutes because I think there is so much to unpack here. AMC is a channel which it's in about 60 million homes, right? It's double the opportunity that Access TV has in America. AMC is a mainstream channel. By mainstream, it's on pretty much all of the major providers: YouTube TV, Comcast, DirecTV, Dish. I mean, all of these big streaming platforms have access to AMC. AMC also does have a streaming component with AMC Plus. I'm not too familiar with it. I don't use it. But I do mention this because AMC was the home of like The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad and some really, really big shows. But AMC is not known for sports at all. And there had been rumors for a while that maybe AMC would become interested in having some sports live content. Keep in mind, live content is just far more valuable than these weekly episodic pre-tape shows, right? Like, this is just the truth. In the TV industry, live programming is always better than video on demand. And of course, with TNA potentially going to AMC, it is very interesting because AMC has actually zero affiliation with WWE, like zero affiliation at all. For a while we've heard of CW, we've heard of, all these other channels and sci-fi and whatever. AMC has no ties to WWE whatsoever, which further proves that TNA could potentially be getting a TV deal. Yes, WWE has been helpful, but I think it's been very obvious. If TNA lands on CW or Sci-Fi or something that's affiliated with any of those companies, it's because WWE helped them out. And there is always a possibility that TNA could land on one of those networks. But the fact that AMC has no ties to WWE and has interest in TNA is huge. TNA going to AMC probably would garner around 300 to 400,000 viewers, which would be a huge step up for what they currently are. And by the way, AMC at this point is just a channel where it's movies and reruns and stuff of that nature. So the real value for AMC is now they would actually have a live program brought to their network. This would be a major win for TNA. Very, very good stuff for professional wrestling. AMC would be jumping in here and be doing some incredible stuff at this point, which would be awesome. Honestly, it would really, really, really be awesome. And I think that would be something people should get excited about for the wrestling industry, to see another potential Suitor actually being interested. So definitely some stuff to consider with that for sure. And that's going to bring us to our final topic, ladies and gentlemen. AEW has made this announcement. They are coming back to the Esports Stadium. And this is another residency that they're doing in January, 1 month long. They're going to be bringing AEW Collision to Arlington, Texas, starting on January 3rd, then January 10th, January 24th, and January 31st. This is a relatively big deal because for AEW, they did the residency, obviously. And listen, this is obviously a big deal for a variety of reasons, because of the fact that this is what you want to see. You want to see AEW have residencies. You want to see them have partnerships and relationships. And, when they do these residencies, it's like they're being paid to come back. And that's what you want for AEW. Just like you want AEW to have people from Australia say, hey, we want you here, and all these different countries. It's the WWE method of doing things. And for AEW, it's really important that they expand those partnerships and they do big things. Yes, the eSport arena is not some massive, large-scaled arena where it's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of fans. But deep down inside, what you want is that consistent relationship. And it's kind of hard to do that when WWE is ultra competitive. It's very difficult to do something like that when another company is building all these relationships that essentially prevent you from doing other things. So this is actually a big win for AEW. I don't think people realize how how important this actually is. But it is important, and it's definitely a good thing. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Ango Show.